Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you've had a wonderful day. What are we talking about? We're talking about history, we're talking about money, we're talking about current events, we're talking about business, and we're talking about economic cycles. So, welcome to my live stream. This is a very informational, educational live stream. I'm usually going to rock and rattle your mind in regards to my thoughts, but I want you to keep in mind that this is about objectivity, this is about money flow, this is about prosperity, this is about understanding what's happening on a global scale, so you can just understand the bull that's going on. Now, my name is Tara. I'm a digital nomad. I am a very intellectual, mentally stimulating, and I'm going to challenge you guys in regards to what's happening. All that I ask is that you tap the screen, you vibe with me. If I ask a question, you answer, and you support my live stream and follow. I'm going to dive right in. I have talking points that my moderator has planned, and I just want to go in and I want to share my thoughts with you as far as what's happening. I mean, no disrespect. I do give a little bit of shade, economic shade, financial shade. So again, I mean no disrespect. I need everyone to also keep their preferences at the door. Your religious, your political, your gender, your racial, please keep that at the door, and let's just focus on engaging intellectually, understanding one another, and having some laughs, having some shocks, and having some, shaking my head type of situations. So welcome. If you're ready for me to get started, please tap that screen because I'm diving right in. Now, Saudi Arabia's central bank is shifting over to crypto. Now, some of you guys probably say, yay, this is a great thing. This is a great thing. I love crypto. I think crypto is a wonderful thing. But I think crypto is new. Crypto is something that we haven't fully panned out as far as what it means on a global scale in regards to our government. So some of the things that's happening in regards to crypto, I'm really I'm clutching my pearls because I'm not understanding the speed in which a lot of governments are moving in this direction. Now, if you guys are confused, I'm going to help you get unconfused. This is a very informational, educational live stream. I focus on money flow and I focus on economics. And how my live stream works is as follows. You tap the screen. You let me know that you're here. Okay, I will give you some information that will give you a new perspective, and I will challenge how you see things, how you view things, so that you can make more decisive decisions. Now, this is a promotional live stream. You are correct. I am the promotion. My mind and my mouth is what you're here to support. So please don't get confused. This is not entertainment. This is educational, informational, and I'm going to ask very directly for your cooperation. And all you have to do is tap that screen, follow me, and get ready for an unbelievable 60 to 75 minutes. If we understand each other, great. Tap the screen. If we don't understand each other, then maybe this is not the right live stream for you. So let me get back on topic. Please tap the screen, okay? Let's connect with one another. I know you've had a long day, but I'm going to make your day even better. Just give me a moment. I'm just getting started. Thank you, True. I'm just getting started, okay? Saudi's central bank now has indirect exposure to Bitcoin. They have invested over $25,000 or 25,000 shares into Strategy. Now, Strategy is a leading Bitcoin treasury company that helps, governments adopt Bitcoin or cryptocurrency into their government. Now, Saudi has announced this as it's also showing that it's unwilling to prop up the oil prices. So let me summarize what's happening right now. You have a central bank. That central bank is Saudi Arabia's central bank. Saudi Arabia has made a bold move and has bought 25,000 shares of Bitcoin through a company called Strategy. Now, let me tell you my strategy. My strategy for you is to tap that screen. Because if you're tapping that screen, that lets me know you're ready for me. Are you ready for me? If you're not ready for me, I need you to wake up. Are you ready for me? Are you here to engage with me? If you're here to engage with me, tap that screen. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. Come on now, bring the heat, bring the fire, because I'm just getting started and I need you to match my energy. I love y'all. Hello. Match my energy. Come on now. support my live stream, follow me, match my energy, because I'm just revving up my engine, okay? You had a long day. I'm going to make your day better, okay? I'm going to shock you. I'm going to rock you, but I need you to match my energy. So let's get back on topic. Saudi Arabia has generated an unbelievable amount of wealth from oil and gas. Saudi Arabia has made plans 15, 20 years ago to start moving into non-oil sectors, okay? Saudi Arabia has now taken a portion of their sovereign wealth fund, and they have invested indirectly into crypto, specifically Bitcoin, by using a company called Strategy. Strategy specializes in treasury adoption for a nation or a country. Now, while Saudi Arabia has invested a sizable portion into Bitcoin, they've also announced that they're unwilling to prop up the oil prices. Now, to me, this makes me go, Because if I look at Saudi Arabia, prior to Aramco, prior to oil and gas, their economy was at a certain level. After investing in oil and gas, okay, and getting Aramco set up, that changed the economic game of Saudi Arabia. So when I sit here and hear Saudi Arabia saying, hey, I'm not going to cut supply to lift up prices, I have to sit back and look at Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, most of your profits come from oil and gas, which you specialize in. So when Saudi Arabia is saying they're unwilling to cut supply to boost profits, in my head that says that doesn't make any sense. Does that make any sense to you? If you make money through oil and gas and you exist to maximize profits, why would you sabotage your profits? That doesn't make any sense. You are in business to make as much money as possible. Saudi Arabia has just announced it is unwilling to save or prop up the oil market through supply cuts. That sounds like some fishy business to me. What does it sound like to you? How many people are here? 260. I got 260. What are we doing? You're looking at my lips. You're hearing my mouth. You and I both know you want to follow me. You want to follow my live stream, don't you? You want to tap this screen, don't you? You want to engage with me, don't you? Then let's do this. Let's not play games. Let's not play games. Let's not play games. I'm here, you're here, right? We're connecting. I'm going to ask you to tap the screen. If you want it to be someplace else, all you got to do is scroll. If you're going to be here with me, I need you to tap that screen. I need you to engage with me. Tap it. Tap it. Follow me. Support my live. This is a show. I am promoting me, my mind, my mouth, and I'm sharing that with you. And I can't share it with you if you're unable to receive. So if you're ready to receive my thoughts, I'm going to ask you again, tap it like you want it. Tap it like you need it. Tap it like you're looking to get stimulated and titillated mentally so I can bring it to you. Do we agree? The more you tap, the harder I come. The more you tap, the harder I come. So let's go. Now back on topic. Saudi Arabia is not willing to cut supply to maximize profits. Saudi Arabia sounds like me. Hello. Saudi Arabia sounds like me, like they're sabotaging profits. Who would do that? I have never heard of a business owner saying, I can make this amount of money, but I'm unwilling to maximize my profits. Why? Because I want to give a gift to the U.S. This is my gift to the U.S. Saudi Arabia is unwilling to raise up the cut supply, to raise prices, because they are giving a gift to the U.S. And the gift to the U.S. is lower oil prices. Did you hear me? Saudi Arabia is undermining its own sovereign wealth fund. It's undermining its own profitability, and it's doing it as a gift to the United States of America. In addition, the UAE is investing in the oil and gas industry in the United States. Now, I'm sorry. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I'm not going to lie. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But I'm having a feeling that Saudi Arabia and the UAE has just landed on the wrong side of the earth. When do you invest in your competition? When do you sit by and allow your profits to plummet as a gift to another nation? This shit makes no sense to me. And that string ain't looking right. Come on, guys. I know you've had a hard day, but you got to come to me. You got to come to me. Come back to me. I'm just getting started. I need my intellectuals. I need people who want to be stimulated. I need you to tap that screen. I am telling you about money flow. I'm telling you Saudi Arabia is allowing their profits to diminish as a gift to the United States of America. I just told you that the UAE is investing billions of dollars in the oil and gas industry in the US, which is counterintuitive to their own profits. This is business deal making 101. This does not make sense. And when it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. You're saying defense. I don't know. I speak money. I speak money. This does not make sense. Why would you shortchange your profits, your revenue for your nation as a gift to another nation? That is ass backwards if I've never seen it. That defeats the purpose of setting up Aramco. That defeats the purpose of the investment, the research, and everyone who has invested themselves into this project. Why would you, under the table deal? Haven, there you go. Haven, there you go. Haven, there you go. When it does not make goddamn money sense, it gets me riled up because that's throwing away money. Who throws away money? Who throws away money? Follow the money. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. Listen, guys, we are at a time in history. We are at an unprecedented time in history where there's a lot of economic uncertainty. But let me tell you what's certain. Professor said follow the money. Saudi is allowing the money to leave its own nation to flow into another country. Saudi is also allowing their nation to be digitally colonized by having an AI hub on their land, which is managed and controlled by the U.S. Now you throw in the UAE. The UAE is also participating in this circus show. I'm trying to understand, if we are an independent nation, why would you sabotage the independence of your nation that you work very hard and long for? Why would you do it? And who are you doing it for? Because if you're loyal to your country, you would not negotiate such deals. If you're loyal to the longevity of your citizens, you would maximize as much money as possible. Now, here's the fundamental problem. Saudi Arabia has its hands in a lot of different things. They have their hands in a lot of different things. Tap their screen, guys. I'm at 5K likes. You know and I know. You know and I know. You know and I know. You know this mouth. This is a high value, high price mouth. And my brain is off the charts. If you're here with me, you're going to rock with me. You're going to ride with me. You're going to support me. I'm a demanding woman. Why? Because I bring it. I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me. I need you to show your support. This is a promotional live stream where I'm promoting me. I am the prize. I am the gift. Okay? I want to make sure there's no confusion. And with that being said, I can't do this without you. I need your support. I need your follows. I need your taps. And I need you to become a monthly member on that link on my profile. I am the gift. My mind, my thoughts, me. That is what you get by supporting me. And trust me, I don't disappoint. Do you understand? Check out the link in my bio. I don't disappoint. I over-deliver. And I knock it out to space. Become a real one. I'm a real one. Okay? I want to tell you something about me. I'm not a fake bitch. I'm not a punk ass bitch. I'm a real bitch. And I need real ones who can support me and keep up with my mind. You understand? I need you to keep up with me. So tap that screen. If you're here, come to me. If you're here, stay with me. And if you're going to stay with me, tap that screen. Follow me and let's get going. I'm just getting started. I'm not even warmed up yet. I'm just getting started. We're talking about money. I speak money. Now let's get back onto it, okay? Saudi Arabia has basically overhauled its GDP, its nation, over 50 to 70 years in the oil and gas sector. Saudi Arabia has put in a 2030 vision plan. This 2030 vision plan is supposed to be strategically moving Saudi Arabia from oil and energy to non-oil sectors. Saudi Arabia is trying to make moves to go into non-oil sectors. That's great. Here's the problem. You right now are relying on oil and gas. You are strategically moving yourself to non-oil sectors. But the non-oil sectors that you're investing in are not even up and running.
You're not specialized.
You're not specialized. So Saudi Arabia has its hands, hold on, let me tell you what they have their hands in. Saudi Arabia has its hands in tourism, tech, pharmaceuticals, education, renewable energy, financing, agriculture, and manufacturing. And none of those they are experts in. So you are allowing oil and gas prices, profits to plummet because you are basically making, hi Slickery, you're basically making a bold move to show I don't need oil. I'm better than oil and gas. We don't need this. That is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. You need to transition. You don't hop from the frying pan to the goddamn skillet. If you're making minting money from oil and gas, you milk that until you can't get any more. You milk the oil and gas industry until it is done. You don't throw cash out the window like you're in a club. You're making it rain. You're making it rain for the wrong reasons. You're supposed to be stockpiling cash. How are you going to finance all these other industries if you are intentionally losing profits? This tells me what they do know, but what do they know that we don't? Professor, welcome to my live. Professor, welcome to my live. What do they know that we don't? That's a really good question. That is an excellent question. What do they know that we don't? Or who do they have an alliance to that we don't know? Anytime someone is willing to sacrifice their bag, their cash, their bank account for their own nation, that catapulted their nation GDP to another realm, you have to question, where does the loyalty really lie? Because if you follow the money tells me the loyalty is not with Saudi Arabia. Do you understand? If you look at just the pure money flow, that tells me somebody may have some mommy and daddy issues. Somebody has some petty issues, because no way, if you held your nation to the highest regard, would you sit there stone-faced and say, we don't care about propping up the profits from the oil and gas industry. And by the way, we have moved a portion of our central bank over to Bitcoin because we're trying to move away from the US dollar. Bitcoin is based off the damn US dollar. So Saudi Arabia, you got to make it make sense. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. You're saying you're moving into part of your central bank. You're moving it into Bitcoin. Okay, cool. You're moving into Bitcoin because you don't want to be reliant on the US dollar. I'm sorry, Bitcoin is reliant on the US dollar. It's US based. It's backed. The exchange is a US dollar. So you're not making sense. You're not making sense. There's something else that's bigger that's going on here, because no one moves a portion of their central bank funds into digital currencies that are highly, highly volatile. Okay? Where y'all at? Come back to me. Come back to me. Where you go? Come back to me. Don't fade on me. Support my life. Follow me. Come on now. Follow me. Tap that screen. Come on. You and I both know you've been waiting all day for a conversation like this. You've been waiting for someone to blow fire on your mind. I am her. She is me. Okay. Welcome to my live stream. Tap that screen. Saudi Arabia is not making sense. Come on now, guys. Come on now. Come on. Don't run for me. Hi, Joaz. Don't run for me. Come back to me. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Come back. Don't be scared. Come back to me. Hi, Driller. Okay. Saudi is basically diversifying. It's diversifying away from oil and it's moving into Bitcoin. Hello, Teresa. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm fire. Okay. You've come into hell. Welcome to hell. This is a mental hell I'm going to put you through. By the time I'm done with you, I'm going to mentally, emotionally, and spiritually exhaust you. But you're going to have a smile on your face. All right? You're going to have a smile on your face. Thank you, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Welcome to my live. All right? They are not willing to uphold the market. And they're basically saying they're moving into Bitcoin. Saudi is acting like this is new fashions, okay? This sounds like new fashions. This is like a fashion trend. We don't care about oil because we're better than oil. We are investing in other things like an AI hub that the U.S. owns on our soil. We are investing in the U.S., okay? We are moving our central bank into digital currencies. And by the way, we have invested in a lot of other industries that are not fully developed and not at their full profits. So what are you doing, Saudi Arabia? You are moving away from your moneymaker, okay? Your moneymaker. Like, this is my moneymaker. My mouth and my mind's my moneymaker. Saudi Arabia is moving away from their moneymaker. They are putting their money into Bitcoin, and they are waiting for industries that are not even fully matured. That's not even bringing the same amount of revenue. That does not make sense. Is Saudi Arabia digitally and financially, are they colonized by the U.S.? Has Trump come through, hypnotized somebody and made them forget their good judgment? This is not good decision-making skills. I'm going to say this. It's not good decision-making skills. All right. Now, strategy is increasing its capital allocation to Bitcoin, and it's becoming the leading, largest institutional holder of Bitcoin. Listen, guys, Bitcoin is not insured. It is not insured by the federal government. I want to emphasize this. If you heard what I said, tap that screen. Bitcoin is not backed or insured by the federal government. So it behooves me. I am baffled why a central bank of a country would move any amount of their money into Bitcoin. Now, I understand they don't want to rely on the US dollar for global trade or transactions. I get that. That's cool. I understand. But all you got to do is take a little bit of your money, buy some Bitcoin, and do your business deal. Why would you take money from your sovereign fund and just sit in Bitcoin? Just sit in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has bigger mood swings than me. And trust me, I'm all over the charts. You can tell by my live stream, I'm all over the charts. Bitcoin is up, down, sideways. This sounds like countries, they want it. They want to be hacked. They want to go broke. They want a reason to fight. I'm going to say this again. Anytime someone makes reckless decision making like this without fully understanding the implications, that's telling me you're asking for it. You want it. You want destruction. You want disaster. All it takes is for one hacker. I probably got one in my audience. One good hacker that's probably in my audience to wait until a number of countries keep moving their central bank currencies, their Federal Reserve currencies into Bitcoin, and all they got to do is hit enter. The money is gone. I'm telling you, I think these countries want a problem. Because if you are actually moving in a measured, strategic way, there would be an interim approach. It would be a phased approach. You don't just go jump off the cliff into the middle of the ocean and saying, hey, I don't need oil. I don't need oil. I invested indirectly in Bitcoin. And by the way, I got a whole bunch of industries that are not fully mature and not bringing in profits, but I'm good because I don't need money from oil. I got Trump. I got the United States of America, and I have an AI hub in Saudi Arabia that I don't own, but I paid for. Did you hear me? I'm a G. No, you're not a G. No, you're not a G. You looking kind of punkish. Did you hear me? You're looking kind of punkish. You looking like you just got played. Trump got paid and you got played. You're paying for an AI hub that you have no control over. You're paying for 18,000 of NVIDIA's best chips. And the last I heard, if you got the best chips, why do you need 18,000 of those bitches?
They're too powerful.
If they're so powerful, why do you need 18,000 of NVIDIA's best chips if they are not NVIDIA's best chips? Next, why would the U.S. government offer you, NVIDIA's best chips and not keep it for our own government? Let's think this through. The U.S. government is reluctant to offer the chips to Saudi Arabia because of national security reasons, because we're scared that Saudi Arabia may throw one of NVIDIA's chips across the Red Sea into Ethiopia. If you didn't know, China has invested recently in Ethiopia and mining and gas. So all Saudi Arabia had to do was to take a drone and fly that chip over to Ethiopia. And now China has its hands on one of NVIDIA's best chips. This doesn't make sense. This stuff doesn't make sense. If you have NVIDIA's most powerful chip, you don't need 18,000 of them. You're getting fleeced. You're getting milked. And on top of that, the UAE has bought 500,000. 500,000 chips. If you have NVIDIA's best chips, you don't need 500,000 of those. You got NVIDIA's hoopties, okay? You got the most basic. China didn't want them chips, and they just offered those chips to you. I'm telling you guys, you're getting played. You are getting played. I'm telling you, the U.S. is doing ballerina steps on top of your head, and they're laughing all the way to the bank on Qatar's presidential plane. That is what's happening here. And you are signing up for this. You need to go back to the basics. The basics of what brought Saudi Arabia the financial success that you see today. And if it was me, I wouldn't just hand it over. I wouldn't hand it over as a gift. Why does Trump need a gift? Trump is opening up a new golf resort here in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they're building a statue for Trump. Is it a statue?
No, a tower.
They're building a tower in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh. They're building a tower to honor Trump. I'm sorry, you and I both know you couldn't import anything, essentially anything from the U.S. and Vietnam. All of a sudden, after these tariff talks, in Vietnam, they're building a tower to honor Trump. Huh? And Trump now has approval to build a 1.5 billion property here in Vietnam. Now you go to Qatar. He just opened up a new property there. He just opened up a new property in Dubai. Don't you see what's happening here? This doesn't make sense. The new global trend. This doesn't make sense. So when you're telling the world, I don't need the profits from oil, I'm telling you, you might want to hold on to that money. You might want to hold on to that money. Let me tell you why. You got Oracle. Oracle's coming overseas, helping to build these AI hubs, and Oracle can't even maintain its own security. Oracle has gotten hacked within two to three times within Q1 and Q2. Oracle was being investigated by the FBI. Oracle was being evaluated by a third-party security firm. Why in the hell would you allow Oracle, who can't protect its own systems, come over to your country, help you build your AI hub? Don't you think that don't sound right? That don't sound right. Wouldn't you say no, I'm not paying for this shit. You are not bringing Oracle over here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If you understand AI technology, You know, digital technology has no limits. It has no bounds. There's no limits, no bounds. All you got to do is beam up information to Elon Musk satellites, okay? You just have to beam up information to Starlink. And your national security, your currency and your central bank, all that can disappear like that. How many people are here? I'm trying to figure out, am I talking to myself? I got 226. Do y'all see it? Do you see Coinbase just got hacked? Dior got hacked. Oracle's been hacked about 3 times. When you start moving your money into a currency that has no insurance, no support, no safety, no oversight, look, I know I sound crazy, but I'm truly not. I could possibly be brilliant. Do you not see the risk? Do you not see the risk of a central bank of a nation moving a portion of their funds over to cryptocurrency just to sit there like a turkey in a nest? Now, I don't even think a turkey can get into a nest, but you understand. It's like a turkey taking its big ass, getting into a nest and just sitting there. Does that look like that is one of the best ideas ever? You see, if it was me, I would keep my money as close to cash and gold as possible. Matter of fact, if I was Saudi Arabia, I would hold my money in oil. I would put my money in barrels of oil before I start moving my central bank reserves over to crypto. It takes one hack and you're broke. It takes one hack of the central bank or strategy and you're broke. If you don't believe me, Coinbase was hacked. Coinbase was hacked. That means within the first 5 months of this year, there's been some major hackings and they've been trying to blackmail and extort. Why would you do that unless you want it to be destroyed? Why would a country do something like that when you just know your money's here and it's gone? But if you have your money in oil, guess what? It's going to be hard to get that oil out. If you got your money in bars of gold, that's hard to do. Cash, guess what? I can mess with cash. Cash is king. Crypto is not king. Bitcoin is not king. That means you're offering your booty. You're offering your booty up on a platter and you're saying, take my money. Hack my bank. Take my money. If you want someone to take your money, all you got to do is sponsor my live stream. Did you hear me? All you got to do is follow me, tap that screen, go to my link in the profile. If Saudi Arabia, if you want to hand over money, just sponsor my live. Take me from low budget to high budget. That's a good investment. I am an endless ROI. But what you're doing right now is risky. It's risky. Highly risky. Let me tell you the pros and cons. Here are the pros of this, okay? It's an alternative asset to gold, okay, and foreign currency. It hedges against inflation. It's a potential for high returns, and it's good for cross-border transactions. But here's the thing. It's highly volatile. Highly volatile. Highly volatile. You want to see your central bank bouncing up and down like it's on a pogo stick? Okay, you want to see your central bank and the money in that. If you want to see it going up and down, okay, like a pogo stick, that's exactly what you're signing up for. That is not good economic decisions. Next, okay, it doesn't help with fluctuation of reserves. Bitcoin, crypto can be stolen. Poof, it's gone. Poof, it's gone. Maybe that's the thrill. I know some people like to live on the edge. Maybe it's the thrill of possibly getting hacked and stolen from that's causing these countries to do it, because I would never do it. If I turned my country around over 50 to 70 years and I have one of the richest companies in the world in my country and it's state owned and it brings trillions of dollars, there's no way I would start moving my sovereign fund solely over to Bitcoin. I would have a little bit, but I would not be boasting on the news, this is what I'm doing. Because what you're doing is you're putting a bullseye on your booty. And you're telling the hackers, come and get it. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. I'm hot and ready. Hot and ready. Come take my money. Take my money. Where y'all at? Where you go? Where you go? Where y'all go? How many people are here? 200 people here. Come on now. Come back to me. Come on now. I need you to get off the floor. Get off the floor. Stop rubbing your head. Stop rubbing your head. I need you to close your mouth. I need you to follow me and tap that screen. Where you go? Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me, guys. Y'all know I love you. You know I love you. Come back to me. Okay? And if you're ready to support my live stream, all you got to do is go to that link in my profile. Go to the link in my profile, become a member, and you can ask me anything you want. Okay? Hi, Johnny. You can ask me anything you want. All you have to do is go to the link in my profile. Okay? I can talk about anything and I will blow your mind. But follow me and tap that screen. This is one of the worst decisions I can see Saudi Arabia making, okay? The market manipulation, all it takes is a company like BlackRock to start pulling out. Saudi Arabia moves into Bitcoin, and then you have an institutional investor like BlackRock to pull it out. That means Saudi Arabia or some other institutional investor has to come in and pump in more money to keep Bitcoin high, to keep the reserves high. You are setting yourself up for an economic ride that's worse than any amusement park you have ever been to in the U.S. I'm going to say that. You are setting yourself up for an economic roller coaster, all because it sounds cool. All these countries are doing this because it's fashionable. It's cool. It sounds nice. It sounds modern. You sound foolish. I'm telling you, there is a hacker or hackers who is sitting there waiting for the rest of y'all to keep with this beehive, this mob mentality, this beehive mentality. I'm telling you from the bottom of the pit of my stomach, there are a few hackers that are sitting there waiting, biding their time. They know it's only a matter of time for these key nations to put their money, their reserve currency, their central bank, into Bitcoin. And they're going to move in. Bam. Like a viper, like a python. They're going to move in. And then what are you going to do? What are you going to do then? How are you going to explain to your citizens that you went broke because you did something that looked cool? You have to take a measured approach. You have to do your due diligence. You have to look and really analyze the consequences of your decisions. And there's no tangible asset.
There's no safety net.
There's no safety net. You have no safety net. What is a country if it has no financial safety net? North Korea. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. There you go, Daniel. And you know what the funny thing is? We tend to think that bad things can't happen. Humans have this version of delusion and denial that is just astounding to me. It's completely astounding. They think because things have gone well and we have been safe and nothing catastrophic has happened, that nothing will happen. That's not the nature of this money flow game. That is not the nature of human beings. You have to understand that we are in a technology revolution. We are shifting to a new world, a new realm. Thank you, Mo. And with that comes risk that you haven't even factored. You think because we've mastered cybersecurity, that we have mastered it to the extent to protect the money that's in your central bank. I'm telling you it's not there. Because if what's there, how did Coinbase get hacked?
AI is better.
How? How? It's a new world orders. So when you're putting money on the line like that and you're exposing your country like that, I'm telling you, you haven't thought it through. You can have another nation come in and hack you.
True.
Let's think about this.
The US, right?
Let me walk you through my thoughts. With some of you, you're new to my live stream, okay? Welcome. If you're new to my live stream, please tap the screen. Let me walk you through this, okay? Follow me. Let me walk you through this. Please follow me and tap the screen. The U.S. has just went on a Middle East tour. President Trump and his entourage of companies that he brought with them, they love bombed the Middle East. The Middle East got economically love bombed, which means they got financially played. I'm going to make it very simple. Now, what happened out of this deal? Saudi Arabia has agreed that they would build an AI hub. NVIDIA supports Saudi Arabia building its own AI hub. NVIDIA is offering 18,000 of its best chips to Saudi Arabia. But here's the thing. The U.S. wants to manage it, control it, wants access to it from overseas. The U.S. wants to have a digital embassy in Saudi Arabia. A digital embassy means there's no limits. Digital means it's the World Wide Web. You are giving another country access on your soil to tap into your AI, your digital systems, your currency, and they can hack you. The U.S. could determine that you violated our national security because you threw one of NVIDIA's chips over the Red Sea to Ethiopia to China, and that can give the U.S. the right to basically take your money as punishment, as a sanction, as an embargo, whatever you want to call it. You think because you're friends today, you can't be enemies tomorrow. There is a level of short-sightedness that is irritating the hell out of me. You think because someone shows up and is offering you everything, you think because it sounds cool, you think because you have access to NVIDIA's chips that you're safe. It is a ruse. It is a ploy. It is a distraction. You're actually allowing the U.S. intelligence to come into your country and actually monitor you up close, in front of your face, on your soil. There's no such thing as a digital embassy. It just sounds good. You think because you hear the word embassy that the U.S. is going to stay within a bubble. No. If I had a digital embassy on your soil, I would be watching every time you sneezed, wipe the booger out of your eye, when you woke up, when you went to the bathroom, when you drank water. I would know everything about you. Why? Because you let me there. So when I'm talking about you putting your money into Bitcoin, thinking that you are moving away from the US dollar, you're not really moving away from the US dollar. You're full of crap. You're directly, indirectly, whatever you want to call it, you're still vested in the US dollar.
It's a U.S. security.
It's a US security. So what I'm asking you is what you're really doing. I'm asking you what you're really doing, what you're really up to. Because someone who's negotiating this, either they're sabotaging Saudi Arabia, they're selling Saudi Arabia out, or you want to get destroyed, economically destroyed. That's what I said. And what it feels like to me, it's like the Titanic. It's when the Titanic was sinking. Does anyone ever question why so many people lost their lives on the Titanic? It's because when the Titanic was lopsided and it was sinking, people were still trying to eat their dinner and they were still dancing. Now you had water. You have water going on it. They're dancing in water and still trying to eat their 8-course meal when the Titanic is sinking. This is the equivalent of it. You are giving the United States of America more than what you're getting. You're giving more than you're receiving. You're getting NVIDIA chips and you're footing the bill and you have no control. And you are sabotaging an industry which you helped build and it gave you great prosperity. Why? Because it's a gift to President Trump, who wants lower oil prices as he moves in on your market share. The U.S. is revamping or giving more life to the oil and gas industry in the U.S. You are allowing the U.S. to move in on your market share, on your profits, and you think that's cool. Somebody needs to do a probe on whoever's making these deals in the Middle East. I'm going to say this, and I want you to look me in my eyes. I want you to look me really, really in my eyes. Someone who's making these deals, they need to be evaluated. I think you need to track them. I think you need to track them. There's no way I'm going to pay for something I don't own. There's no way I'm going to allow another country to come up in my house, have sovereignty, have rights to tell me what I can or cannot do unless someone is not on the side of Saudi Arabia. And I'm going to stand on that. And may time prove me wrong. May time prove me wrong. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Now, I'm moving on to my next topic. Tap that screen. How many people are here?
You have 211.
I got 211. Come back to me. I'm almost done. You will survive me. Trust me. You will survive me. You hear me? You will come back to me tomorrow. You will be in one piece. You will survive this live stream, all right? I'm going to give you the mental stimulation you've been seeking all of your life. You had a boring day with conversations that do nothing for you. I am going to titillate your mind, all right? And you're going to survive me. All you got to do is follow, tap that screen, and support my live stream, okay? Become a member. This is a high price mouth. This is a high price mind. Just go to the link in my profile. It won't hurt you. It'll be one of the best decisions you made in your life. And I have a greater ROI. Did you hear me? I have a better ROI. Become a member. The link in my profile. Now, Qatar. Qatar defends the plane gift that it gave to Trump. Okay? Qatar is defending the plane that it gave to Trump. It says it's normal. Now, this is the funny part of my life, okay? I've moved on. I'm done with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, I'm praying for you. You understand, Saudi Arabia? I have high hopes. But I'm telling you, Saudi Arabia, whoever's making these deals, I'm suggesting you do a deep probe. Do a deep probe. Just, it can't hurt. It can't hurt.
More information.
Just more information. Do your due diligence on who's making these deals, because somebody got some problems. They got problems with you, and that's why they're sabotaging you. Let's move on. Qatar defends the plane gift to Trump, calling it a normal. Qatar insists that its decision to gift a Boeing 747 jumbo jet isn't to gain undue political influence. Listen, guys, listen. I admit that I got dropped. I got dropped a few times on my head as a baby. I don't want to admit, as a child, I got dropped a few times. Now, unfortunately, it didn't do much damage. Maybe it did, but I don't think it did much damage. Qatar is trying to convince the world that it's not trying to get undue political influence. You and I both know where deals are made. Deals are made in the clubs, okay? They're made in the country clubs, and they're made in the other clubs. Tap that screen. Listen to me. Real deals, money deals. You understand me? Money. You hear me? Money. Real deals, money deals are made in the clubs. They're made in the country clubs, and they're made in the other clubs. You understand? The clubs that go dark at night. You understand those clubs? That's where deals are made. Now, I'm sorry if I've offended your great sensibilities, but I speak truth. Real money is not made in the boardroom. Real money is made in the country clubs, on the golf course, on private jets, on private estates that is hard to get to, and you need a helicopter or you need a yacht to get to. That's where these deals are made, okay? Do we understand each other? Let me know if we understand each other so I can proceed. So, Qatar is trying to convince the world that a gift of a plane, a private jet, okay, that has a private kitchen, it has two clubs. It has a few clubs up top upstairs. It has an upstairs, it has a downstairs. It's basically a 5-star resort on a plane. Qatar is trying to make us believe that it's not trying to get undue political influence. You and I both know. When you go upstairs, when Trump goes upstairs on that private jet, and he goes to the dining room, you know damn well what's being served on that table. You got to read between the lines. You have to read between the lines. Why would the president of the United States feel so moved to get into a jet from Qatar that has no real security measures, okay? You and I both know what type of deals are being talked about. You understand that those glasses don't have water. And I'm telling you, food is being served with birthday suits. You and I both know what's going on. There's a few poles. There's some neon lights. There's some music. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in that Qatar plane. And I don't care if you don't believe me. I'm telling you how real money's being made. Anyone who's a boss in my life, you and I both know where the deals are being made. And I can tell you they're not in the office. So when Qatar is sitting here bold-faced saying, hey, it's not bribery. It's not bribery. You can call it what you want. Some people call me aggressive. Some people call me spirited. What's the damn difference? I'm still a fire-breathing dragon. I'm going to repeat. Some people call me aggressive. Other people call me spirited. I'm still a fire-breathing dragon. You can paint it whatever color blue you want. The fact is this. You raised your hand to offer a 747 jet because you wanted his attention. You wanted his favor. And you know what he wanted because you know what he likes. And if you know what a person likes and you can deliver it essentially for free, you and I both know how it works. People love gifts. People love attention because you understand each other. You scratch my back, I slap your ass. I slap your ass, you scratch my back. Where y'all at? Where you go? Tap that screen. I'm almost done with y'all. I will leave you in one piece, but you got to tap that screen. That's what's happening. They're scratching backs and slapping on the ass at the same time. That's what's happening here. So when Qatar is basically saying, this is not what's happening, this is exactly what's happening. Now, Qatar had the nerve to say that this is like the Statue of Liberty. It's like the gift of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is keeping her beautiful divine self in one place. If I see the Statue of Liberty flying through the fucking sky, I'm telling you, I'm going to duck and hide. I'm going to repeat. Qatar is trying to equate the plane that they gave President Trump to the Statue of Liberty. Do you see President Trump making deals on the Statue of Liberty? Do you see the Statue of Liberty flying around in the sky, landing? No. Let me tell you why this is important. Because Trump is on the plane with the poles. You know those poles? You know those poles that people slide up and down and they twirl on? There's some poles on that plane. Trump is making deals on that plane. Trump is having phone calls on that plane. Trump is engaging on that plane. Trump is not on the goddamn Statue of Liberty negotiating a deal. So don't sit here and tell this bold-faced lie. It's like, how Saint Upid do you think we are? How Saint Upid? Now, if you don't know what Saint Upid is, you got to read between the lines. I was not born yesterday. I was born a few yesterdays ago. Okay, I'm a mature age. I'm a mature age. Okay, I've been around a few blocks. I may sound crazy, but I ain't crazy. You and I both know what Trump is discussing on that plane. You and I both know Trump is having conversations that cannot be recorded, that cannot be traced. So if you're sitting here trying to tell the rest of the world, we gave a gift, and that plane is like the Statue of Liberty. I want to see the Statue of Liberty take off and fly to Qatar. If the Statue of Liberty can land in Qatar in one piece, then maybe I'll believe you. But right now, I think you're lying. I think you're lying. I think you're trying to cover up some foolishness. You're covering up some shenanigans. You and I both know you're listening. Trump knows you're listening. I know you're listening. You know you're listening. We all know you're listening. So why not own it? Why not own it? You see, Qatar, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. The real question is this. Trump couldn't wait for Boeing to finish his plane. He said Boeing was taking too long. So instead, he got a Boeing plane from Qatar that has no real security measures. There's no scrambling. There's nothing that our beloved president needs to stay safe. Keep his conversation safe or keep his life safe. There's nothing of that. But President Trump is going around offering F-35 jets that Boeing is making. So Boeing is good enough to offer weapons to other countries, but Boeing is not good enough for our president. I'm going to repeat. President Trump could not wait for Boeing to finish his plane to keep his life safe and keep our national security high. Instead, he's going around offering gifts of F-35 planes to other countries. So Boeing is good enough for the rest of the world, but Boeing is not good enough for its own president. Where y'all go? Come back to me. Come on now. Come on now. Now this jet came directly from Qatar's ruling family. Did you hear me? This jet was from the ruling family of Qatar. What do you think is in that jet? If it was for the ruling family of Qatar, that means what's in that jet serves the purpose of the ruling family of Qatar, right? Follow me. I'm almost done. I will set y'all free. Trust me, I'm almost done. Okay, come back, come back. Erase the chalk lines. Come back to me. Get back in your chair. Erase the chalk lines on the floor and come back. Okay, follow me and tap that screen. Follow me and tap that screen. What I'm telling you guys is you got to be able to identify bullshit. Okay? There are some slick people who have a narrative that they're trying to get you to believe. And I'm telling you, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Do you see the royal family of Qatar riding around in a U.S. jet? Do you see the royal family in Qatar? Do you see them flying around in a jet from the U.S. that was meant for the president of the United States? No. You want to know why? Because they know damn well they're not stepping foot on that jet. Because they don't want the U.S. government to know what's going on. So if our president was willing to accept a plane, never, exactly. If our president is willing to accept a plane from Qatar with no real security measures, that means he gets to claim ignorance about what's really happening. But you and I both know there's some insects on that plane. There's some bugs on that plane. There has to be. Because it's for the royal family of Qatar. And they value the royal family of Qatar. And they're going to keep the security of the royal family of Qatar safe. So that means that our president gets to claim ignorance when he's not ignorant. That's just how this works. I can guarantee you, the FBI and the CIA did not scan that bitch for insects. Do you actually think the FBI, the CIA, or the secret, what is it called? The security, what is it? The people who protect the president? Secret Service. Do you actually think Secret Service scanned that? 007. Do you think that Secret Service was allowed to scan that? Now, Secret Service couldn't even protect Homeland. Thank you. Do you actually think that Homeland Security or do you think they scanned it? They couldn't even protect him during the campaign. So do you actually think President Trump let them scan that plane for safety? Do you actually think President Trump actually trusts Secret Service? Do you think he trusts Secret Service? Do you think he let Secret Service scan that plane from Qatar? Now, if I had to place a guess, I would say no. Look how the campaign went. Look how the campaign went. He would rather be in a plane from Qatar than to take a U.S. jet. I'm sorry, guys. This is funny as hell. He would rather take a plane from another nation than to take a plane that came from the U.S. He doesn't trust his own country. He doesn't trust his own country. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because this is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. If you look at what happened during his campaign, do you now understand why he's flying around in a plane from the homie? Okay, he got a plane from the homie from the Middle East, and it's decked out. He's riding around in a plane from the homie from Middle East because he does not trust. He does not trust the United States to protect him. He's probably expecting the royal family of Qatar to look out for his interests more than Homeland Security or Secret Service. I'm telling you, that's what's up. That's the only reason why the president would be riding around in another plane, because he does not trust his security when it comes to his life. And that's real talk. That's real talk. Okay. Now this plane, now I'm going to finish this off. This plane isn't up to date. It's not up to date with Air Force One requirements. It is not up to date with Air Force One requirements. It has a lush, lavish interior, but has little to no tech defense. Did you hear me? It can't protect against hacking. It is not up to par with Air Force One security requirements. It has a lavish interior and has little to no tech defense against hacking. You know what's going on there, right? President Trump, he's on that plane from Qatar and he's tapping that cash. Did you hear me? He's on that plane and he's tapping that cash. Did you hear me? He's making it rain and no one can trace it. And when I say tap that cash, take away that C. That's what he's doing on that plane. Otherwise, you would be in a plane like Air Force One flying around. That's what you would do. This is simple real talk. This is real talk. He's on that plane. He's tapping that cash and a few other things. And there's no proof. So he kept the plane. Whether he kept the plane or not, he's in the plane. He's in the plane. And he's flying around the Middle East. You understand? This is human beings, guys. I love humans. I love the things that humans do. I love that human nature doesn't change. And I'm telling you, he does not trust his life with Secret Service or Homeland Security. Would you? Would you? I wouldn't. Kevin. I told you to keep your politics out, Kevin. No, Kevin. You're probably going to get blocked, my friend. You can't do that, Kevin. You can't do that, Kevin. Can't do that. Keep your politics out. This is about money flow. This is simply about money flow. So everyone, I don't know what to tell you, okay? In defense of the plane, Trump basically said he criticized Boeing and late completion of his presidential plane. Now, Trump could have gone onto Biden's plane. Trump could have basically used Biden's plane. He's basically saying that Boeing is taking too long. So Boeing, you're out of luck. I'm going to Qatar. Now, Qatar just gave him a Boeing plane, so none of that makes sense. But I'm telling you, you got to call bullshit when you see it. So, guys, I have some good news. You survived my live stream. Please tap the screen. Give yourself a round of applause. You've survived my live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it a little bit funny. I hope you found it shocking. But most importantly, I really hope you enjoyed yourself and enjoyed me. Please tap the screen if you haven't already. Please follow me. But most importantly, I'm asking for your support of becoming a monthly member. Now, I'm not talking about becoming a subscriber on TikTok. I'm talking about you going to the link in my profile, becoming a monthly member so we can get to know each other, we can chat, we can bounce ideas around, and you get direct, personalized access to me. And the way you do that is by going to the link in my profile, clicking on that, and becoming one of my real ones, okay? Now, I'm not for everyone. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not everyone's cup of coffee. You gotta have some balls for everyone. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not everyone's cup of coffee. You gotta have some balls when it comes to me because I'm intense and it only gets better over time. So hopefully as you get used to me, you will build some endurance. Hi, Mabel. You will build some endurance and you will be able to handle me, but this is me. I hope you like me. I hope you enjoy. I don't beat around the bush. I speak really directly, and I would truly appreciate your follow, your tapping the screen, and you going to the link in my profile and becoming a monthly member. And then you get to ask me whatever you want. We can take this off of TikTok. We can do so many different things, but I need your support to make me famous and get me my HBO show. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for my own HBO show, so then I can really lay y'all the hell out. You understand? That's my goal, and I can't do it without all of you. So have a good night. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And I truly hope I gave you a few laughs and a few shocks. And you will, hi Keith, and you will remember me and come back again. Thank you. I love y'all. Good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Good night.